All right, what's up, everybody? So I'm actually in the process of doing or putting together the Brian primer, and I don't know when that will be done exactly. I'm hoping sometime midweek, late in the week at worst. But I actually start a new job tomorrow, and I don't know exactly what my schedule is going to be looking like long term. But as kind of a holdover video, I wanted to just put this up real quick, talk about two quick things. And the first one, spoiler alert, just as a background video, I have the top 8 Tekken combo breaker running. So hopefully at this point, if you wanted to watch it, you've already gone back and watched it. But just in case that is a spoiler for you, I want to mention it because it's just the beginning of the top 8, and this video won't be long enough to go through anything. But I know some people are sensitive about that. But I wanted to mention Combo Breaker because I was there. It's a great event. I highly recommend it. I love the 24-hour venue. It's also in a great spot, that Schaumburg area. There's so many great food spots nearby, and there's a major mall right down the road. So if you like to do shopping or whatever, that's great too. It's not super congested in my opinion, unless you're out during like a rush hour period. Like getting from point A to point B anywhere in that area is really, really easy. And if you stay at a hotel that's near the venue, I think all of the hotels in that surrounding area, you can just walk. You can easily walk to the venue. So it's just a fantastic event. Highly recommend it. It's I've been to many Evos, and it's overtaken Evo for me a long time ago as my premier event. So highly recommend it. And also, I did pretty well. I surprised myself. I got out of my pools on the loser side, which I think that's the first time I've ever gotten out of pools in Combo Breaker. First to two sets are just really wild, and I got an upset against a player named Mazen. He's a pretty well known Yoshi player, but we have a really strong Yoshi player as part of our group. And I think I was well prepared for that match, so that was a good feeling. I unfortunately lost my first set in the top 128, but I was playing with house money at that point. I felt really good because I just don't play this game as much anymore as I would like to. But a very fun event. And I even like later that night got some sets in with Book, which was awesome. He was around playing pretty late, so he was playing an off character. He was playing Cooney, but I don't know Cooney extremely well, so I felt I did really good against him too. So it was just a very fun weekend. The second thing, though, while I was there, I signed up for the Tekken 8 alpha test, so I thought I would just kind of give everybody my thoughts on Tekken 8. I won't do a super deep dive into this, but the reason that I thought that this would be a good topic is because as of late, comments have been popping up on the channel from people saying things along the lines of, I just started Tekken. I was thinking about picking up Tekken, or I've just started trying to pick up Tekken 7. Is it worth it in preparation for Tekken 8? And I think the answer is, now having played Tekken 8, is unequivocally yes. Tekken 8 feels like more Tekken 7. There are obviously some things that have changed. So a lot of people have noted that backdashing feels less effective and sidestepping feels more effective, but you still do them the same way. Backdash canceling hasn't changed. Sidestepping and sidewalking hasn't changed. The two things are just less and more effective, respectively. So, the get up kicks are another one that people have mentioned, but the one that I found surprising was the spring kick. The spring kick is more or less the exact same, and everybody has the same spring kick, at least in this. So it doesn't knock down anymore, but it's still a chunky hit. That's, it's a fast get up. And if it hits, you get a decent amount of advantage. But one thing that kind of threw me off is that if you know anything about Tekken 7, or if you're used to Tekken 7, some characters have like a special spring kick where they will, like Paul or Yoshi, for example, will do kind of a kip up, and then they'll do a dive, like a hand dive forward. That doesn't seem to be in the game anymore, because Paul, now he doesn't have that. He has just the generic spring kick. So they might have, I don't know, if I didn't get a chance to play every character that was there, but they might have just normalized that for everybody and gotten rid of the specialized spring kicks. So we'll have to see once more characters are released. But the heat system, I was going in fearing that it was going to be even more oppressive than what it looked like, but really, the best way that I can describe it is that it is a rage drive meter that you have control over. So I'm not gonna again not gonna deep dive into the mechanics of it because it's an alpha test. We don't know how much is gonna change, but essentially, it just seems like a mechanic where you activate it in one form or another. Either you do the manual burst, which is kind of like a generic tool for everybody. It's the same input for everybody. It's 2+3. They actually have it bound to R1 by default. Uh, they did the testing on PS5, and that just the default controls, it's R1. Or every character seems to have several heat engagers, is what they call them, where if the move hits, you'll run at them and it'll activate heat. So you have a few different ways that you can get into it because of all those various heat engagers. Every character seems to have like a quick-ish, I don't want to call it a poke move, but just a quicker engage move. So it seems like, the best for now, that the best ways to use heat is either you wait for a launch and then you do your heat burst, your manual one, which just gives you one heat dash. And then you do a big combo and then you use the rest of your meter for pressure after your combo is done. Or you wait until you have an opportunity to hit one of your heat engagers, which will give you two heat dashes. And those are the little square symbols that you see next to the heat meter. And then you get an extra heat dash. But in either case, once that meter is activated, certain moves change properties and they become better. And when you use those moves, your meter drains faster, sort of like using a rage drive. If you use a rage drive, it eats up your rage. In this case, you're just eating up a meter. So they're giving you more opportunities to use rage drive type moves. So that was my impression of it, which means like, yes, that's going to be powerful. Of course, rage drives are very powerful moves, but it seems like they kind of understand that there should be limits to that. And a lot of that seems to benefit like combos more so than just neutral pressure. So maybe we'll see how it pans out. But it was fun to play, and I'm no longer as concerned about the heat system as I was. And it just feels like more Tekken 7, which is good. Tekken 7 is one, despite some of the flaws of Tekken 7, especially balance flaws. I know a lot of people, hate the 2D characters and like Geese and Akuma, and I'm in that crowd as well. But Tekken 7 is still one of the most balanced Tekkens that has ever been created. So if Tekken 8 is just going to build on that and continue to be that balanced sort of game, then I'm all for it. So I feel good about the Tekken 8 alpha test. It was really fun to play it. And Combo Breaker in general was just, a lot of fun. Seeing some people I haven't seen in a long time. So yeah, those are my thoughts. And then I'll close out with again saying that I'm working on the Brian primer, and then I will continue as I have been. Anytime that they release a trailer for a new character, I will try to do a primer for that character shortly after. So that's why I am working on Brian. If there are any big gaps between character reveal trailers, I'll try to go back and do some of the characters that I haven't done yet. So like, I know I haven't done a Jin or Kazuya primer, so hopefully I'll have some time to do that. But this is just a holdover video. I hope everyone is doing well. Just letting you know that I'm still around. Just been busy, lots of things happening. So keep playing Tekken 7. It's worth it. Anything you learn in Tekken 7, I guarantee will help you when Tekken 8 releases. So never stop. And then I will be around getting you guys those guides. So everyone, thanks a lot for your support. I really appreciate it. And I just hope you guys take care. So keep playing the game, keep practicing, and good luck.